Hey, how's it going? And welcome to my discussion for Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition on the Nintendo Switch. So as the name would imply, this is the definitive way of playing Hyrule Warriors. And with this version of the game, what you get is the Wii U version of the game, as well as the 3DS version, plus 2 extra costumes. As far as I'm aware, that's the only addition to the game. Now, as you may be aware, like all other Wii U ports, this game is very similar to all the other ones. Like, it's just a great way of playing the game. It looks better than it did before. It plays a bit better, and there's no real downside to owning this version of the game unless you've played, in my opinion, both the 3DS and the Wii U version of Hyrule Warriors, since there is content in one which isn't in the other. As far as I'm aware though, it's mainly the way of playing was different between the two. Like, you could, in the Wii U one, you picked a character and you did your level, and you couldn't swap characters, I believe, throughout the level. But on the 3DS they introduced that system of being able to have more than one character, like the system in Fire Emblem Warriors. And you have that in this. You can play 2 or 3 different characters throughout a level, but you don't pick them all. You only pick your character, and then the level will have maybe 1 or so other playable characters, or heroes, or villains. So we've got a stick of characters, and then you can cycle through them as you play, and level up all the characters, which is very helpful. So on the back here it says it includes all DLC from the previous releases of the game, which obviously, I guess that means the 3DS had DLC that the Wii U had, and vice versa, potentially. So yeah, the only new additions to the game, if you can see here, is just the Breath of the Wild skins of the game, which I feel is a bit of a wasted opportunity. I can't think of 2, but the 4 champions would have been really cool to be in the game. Like, for example, Daruk could have easily just been a reskin for Darunia. Mipha could have been a reskin of Ruto, I think. Is it Ruto? But then I get tripped up on Rivali, because the only, I can't remember, Medley I think her name is, the bird woman, I can't remember the race, I'm screwing up here. But, the character from Wind Waker, because they're both the birds whose race I've completely forgotten the names to. And also then there is oh come on, what's either way, there's the other champion who is the Gerudo, and there's no Gerudo in the game, so they'd have to make them their own standalone characters, and I guess it's just too much effort for what they wanted with the game. But I feel this is a fantastic game. Let me load up the Switch for you, because there's so much in the game. There's so much like value for money. Not saying I think this game should have been a full price 40, well, not full price I guess is 50 and this was 45, so you get a slight discounting game. But like, as you may be able to see here, there's a few game modes. I'm not sure if you could see. There's Legend mode, which is a story mode, and unlike I'm going to base all my comments now on the Wii U version, since again I've never played the 3DS. So unlike the version I've played, you get these extra missions here, which are like off the beaten path, and you get to play as Linkle, who is like a female version of Link in a way. That's how I was explained, but that's completely wrong. She's her own character in every way. She believes to be the hero, like destined to beat Ganondorf, but obviously she's not, because Link is. And then you go through her story where she's trying to get to Hyrule Castle and save or protect Princess Zelda, and it's really cool. You have free mode, which, like, if you played any Dynasty Warriors game, you already know what that is. You just pick a character, you pick a level, and you fight. There's adventure mode, which is absolutely amazing. So on this version, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different adventure mode maps, and they're crazy. So as you can see here, there's tons. You got the standard one. There's the Great Sea. There's the Master Quest, the Master Wind Waker, Twilight Termina, and they all have different difficulties. So they start from easy, then you have normal, hard, and then hero. And obviously I haven't done these yet, I haven't finished the story, in fact. I keep playing with my hair. But I assume as you go to harder ones, like if we click on low rule here, there's probably like not so much better rewards, but there'll obviously be weapons, like new weapons that the character wouldn't have had before, which were probably not even in the Wii U version. There'll be new characters to unlock. So I don't think it's fair to say that the rewards are better, but the rewards are different. And obviously, if you want to max out your character as much as possible, all their weapons, the strongest versions of all the weapons, max heart containers, and upgrade all of their badges, you're going to want to do this kind of stuff. And from that basis, there's just so much to do. What other stuff we got here? You got a fairy. You can create a fairy. I know that was unique to the 3DS one first, so I have no idea what that entails, and I haven't unlocked it yet. But then there's also challenge mode, which has 3 challenges. You got a battle challenge, you got a boss challenge, and then Ganon's Fury, which seems pretty cool. Again, I haven't played any of the challenges yet. If we click on one, let's have a look. In challenge mode, battle results will be separately recorded for each battle and each warrior as a battle score. The battle score will only be updated whenever you beat your previous best rupee total. Aim for the highest score possible. How's that for a challenge? So yeah, so I guess and then you've got 3 different options. You got run in battle in Farum Woods, rush battle, and defeat 800 enemies. So it's just very simple things, and I guess you get some sort of a reward for doing it, obviously, because it wouldn't be there. Then you have your gallery and your settings. But all in all, I think it's a fantastic game. I've had it since the day of release, which is a few days ago now, and it's just been so fun. The game is the perfect example for what Dynasty Warriors games should be. You know, like, they should have this level of, I guess, passion and just effort put into them, which a lot of the newer games, especially if you ask Jim Sterling about the newest one, they just don't have it anymore. Like, they don't try. And a clear example of that is Fire Emblem Warriors. The standard of Hyrule Warriors compared to Fire Emblem is so drastically different. They're like years apart. From little things like keeping the most popular characters out of the Fire Emblem one in case it does well enough and they do a sequel, I guess. And then they'll add Ike and Roy. Well, not the most, well, apparently Ike is, to many people, the most, popular character. But, you know, they did have Marth in there. And then they got a ridiculous amount of the new characters. But, you know, this game didn't do that. It has Link, as you'd expect. You can play as Ganondorf. I can't see these. But you can play as Zelda. You got Sheik. You got Midna. And then you've got, obviously, through the new games, you've got the Wind Waker characters, which is just fantastic. Which I can't wait to play as Wind Waker Link and see all his, like, cool little abilities. Because, you know, Wind Waker Link is very cartoony. So I'm expecting his moves to be even more over the top than the standard Link. And he also has that, like, the Great Spin Attack, I think it was called. And he, like, just spun just crazy in the spot, so to the point that he got dizzy. And I'm expecting that to be in the game. I really hope it's in the game. But yeah, so I'm not going to give this game a rating, because it's not really the point. It's not so much a review as, like, everything about the review leading up to the score, but then we cut off there, because I don't feel like I'm experienced in games enough to give a score, but I've played enough games to tell you if I believe a game is good or bad. And the gameplay for this is fantastic. The controls are really smooth and they're really nice, very responsive. The characters, so far I haven't experienced any glitches. Yeah, I've had nothing bad happen on the game so far. And even on the Wii U version, to be fair, I don't recall any bad things happening. The only, like, little issue I had was a checkpoint screwing me over, where I got a checkpoint and then the leader of my base got killed and I couldn't get out of that loop. It would reload and then she would die, because I believe it was Fee at the time. So, but that's not a glitch in the game, that's just me being crap on that particular level. So yeah, I'd recommend, if you have a Switch and you've only played one of the 2 versions on the 3DS, I'd say it's definitely worth your time. If you've played both of them, probably not as much unless you really want the Breath of the Wild outfits, because I play as my Link with the Breath of the Wild outfit, just because it feels right now after playing Breath of the Wild. Link in that blue, just, it feels right. Obviously Link in the green tunic also feels right, but you know, no one feels like Link more than the other unless you look at it historically. Then obviously green is going to outmatch the new blue one any day. I always preferred the red tunic Link anyway, so I guess that's why I don't mind the blue. So yeah, definitely suggest you get the game if you love Zelda or you're a big fan of Dynasty Warriors. And either you have the money to spare if you've played the previous versions, or if you love them, it's definitely worth it. Because you know the game is just fantastic. There's no, from my side, from me and my experience so far, there have been no negatives about the game. Everything has played smooth, and it's all been fantastic. So yeah, that is it for the video. I hope you've enjoyed, and thank you for checking out the channel and giving me a chance. If you've enjoyed, it would be amazing if you could like and subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy this, I have many other very different videos on the channel, or styles of videos. So it would be great if you could check out one of those videos just to see if that's more your thing and that's what you're into. But if not, again, thank you just for even just checking out the video and just seeing the channel, see what I have to offer. If you have any friends who would like this sort of thing though, it would be amazing if you could like let them know about my channel, because it would really help me with expanding and growing. But there's no pressure for that. I just hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.